Okay, hi there. This is Dr. Mata 13 and
This is Raven.
we were just at the Kranji War Memorial earlier. Hey Raven, tell us what we did.
Okay, we went there to test out our Ghost Meter Pro, and one of my app that I recently re-downloaded is called iHolers, which is not luck, it's not mine, but this is actually developed by Bill Chappell. If you the company owns by Bill Chappell. This is digital dowsing. If you are familiar with like the show like Ghost Adventures, yeah, the tech guy, the engineer guy that comes up with the ghost, the spray box and the overlays that they're using right now. This is one of the things that he came up with. So, okay, you want to talk about what we experienced there?
Oh yeah, sure. So the first thing we did was we went inside the cemetery proper, where I think just a couple of days ago there was a Veterans Day. So the flowers were still fresh, and we laid out something like this. Let me show it to you. It looks like this. Okay, we laid this out close to where the flowers were, and we asked any spirits which were around the area if they wanted to come and speak to us. And so after a while we managed to communicate with one of the spirits, and both Raven and I did the investigation. The spirit was a
soldier, is a male, and he's not passing by.
Yeah, he's not resident here either, but he also said he's not passing by. So I think what he meant was that he's not a Singaporean, all right? He's probably an Australian or a New Zealander or a British soldier, but he kind of lives within the cemetery. Hello, good evening. We are here not to harm you or to disturb you. We are just here to see if there's any presence in this cemetery. If there's any spirits who want to communicate with us, please come into the device.
If there's anyone there that wishes to communicate with us, if you see that the green light over there, you can actually go there and touch it. It will light up to let us know that you are here. You can actually light it once for yes, two for no. So that's a yes. Thank you. Thank you once again.
May I know if you are resident here? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Are you just passing by? 1 for yes, 2 for no. May I know if you are male or female? 1 for male, 2 for female. So you are a male. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you, sir. Are you a soldier, sir? It's to my knowledge that recently was Veterinary Day, and I would like to thank you for fighting for our freedom during World War II and other wars.
Thank you very much, sir. We are alive here today because of you. if you are resident here. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Are you just passing by? 1 for yes, 2 for no. May I know if you are male or female? 1 for male, 2 for female. So you are a male. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you, sir. Are you a soldier, sir? It's to my knowledge that recently was Veterinary Day, and I would like to thank you for fighting for our freedom during World War II and other wars.
Thank you very much, sir. We are alive here today because of you. And many of these soldiers, they died here, which is not their native land, and they died protecting us. It's probably why there are some residual energies there still, which we could speak to. And then we proceeded to another part of the cemetery.
Yes, we went to one of our former president, the grave of Benjamin Shears, President Benjamin Shears. And there we test out our eye obelisk. So when we are crossing and when Yesser was setting up, I actually have this set up as off, as you can see here. And when I turn it off and lay it down, I can show you what it says. It says, if you look at it, the first thing is actually gate, followed by no and British. The rest is just jumble, because once you restart it, it will come up with jumble words. So this is the only communication that we get during the test of eye obelisk.
It was pretty strange because Raven had switched off this eye obelisk during the short walk from the cemetery to Benjamin Shears' grave, and she switched it on again just before she reached the grave. And when she placed it there, the words "No British" showed up. I think it's because it is true that Mr. Benjamin Shears, the former president of Singapore, was not a British man. He was a Singaporean.
Yes.
And so in the whole cemetery, he did not belong there, right? He was the odd one out. So no, he's not the odd one out, and he's not really British. Or it could also mean that he's of British heritage, because the surname Shears was from England. He was a British Eurasian. So it could mean that. But that was the only communication we had regarding that.
You see that little device next to the flower? Whoever wants to communicate can actually manipulate the energy in that device and come up with words. Use your energy to talk to come up with words, so we can actually know what you want to tell us.
If there is anyone here who wishes to communicate with us, please come towards the device. What?
The words no British.
No British?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, now we are using the app called iVobalist that is developed by Digital Dowsing. Okay, we just turned it on, and the word no and British came out. Actually, we can also talk about, before we set up for the flower and the flowers area, I heard about some chanting.
Yes, let's talk about that. Yes.
Okay, when we are setting up with the Ghost Meter Pro, I actually stopped Yesser because I heard chanting like, you know, the Korean chant, like when they're saying this chant. I heard it twice, and it was very faint, it's very quick, it's very short. No, it's like then when I told Yesser, then start again, and it stops again. So I found it very strange. I actually double checked a few times with Yesser, asking, do you hear the chant? No, he was quick to say no. He didn't hear anything. So it's, and we might later check our video, see if we have captured any of the chant, and maybe debunk it or something.
I did hear a rooster crow, but you know, that was strange considering that it was nighttime. Why would a rooster crow at night? I did hear that though. I found that a little bit strange, but I'm just gonna chalk it up to it being a countryside area, and
Yeah, roosters can be quite cute.
Yeah.
Remember St. John?
yeah, that's right. Roosters can crow at any time. So it's a myth that they only crow in the morning, right? They pretty much crow anytime. So yeah, so Raven says that she heard a Gregorian chant. I personally didn't. We're gonna check out the video and see if there is any, if we did capture any
Evidence.
audio, yeah,
Yes.
in the background.
Hearing chanting just now when we were there. Is there like any temple around here? It's like a Gregorian, you know, like a Gregorian chant.
There isn't it?
There it goes again.
Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. Signing off, I'm Dr. Mata 13.
This is very good. Bye bye.
Bye.